Alrighty, hello and good afternoon, every folks. Hopefully, let's see here. Don't know if I actually missed anything yet, so let's go check that chat real quick. Still getting all that pulled up. Hope everyone's having a nice and relaxed apocalypse right now. It's yeah, a bit more crowded today than I would have thought. Had a little bit of an interesting time here. Apparently, our county, or not our county, but our city decided to go do a whole food giveaway thing, which, you know, good intention. Can't exactly say was this, best executed thing in the world. See, most of the people here that are actually active would be in what's essentially one giant cluster of hospitals downtown. And yeah, so you basically have apparently a bunch of areas set up for different groups of people and all that kind of thing, depending on how sick everybody is and whatever else. And for whatever reason, somebody had the bright idea of, let's do this whole food giveaway thing to the first 900 cars that show up. And then also kind of just do that right next to this only, like, the only active area of the city still left here. And, let's just say, yeah, it didn't exactly work out too great as far as that went. Also, unfortunately, lots of controller issues today, but there we go. Let's, come on, controller. You can do it. Come on, controller. Yes, no. Come on. Controller. Please try. There we go. Not sure why that one took so long, but okay, there we go. Anywho, main takeaway of that whole situation was, wow, what a complete fustercluck. Yeah, it just kind of happened to be in the area, so it was, we decided to go stop by, see if we could maybe participate in that whole thing. Let's just say that didn't work out so hot. About an hour in, moved about, I don't know, 10 feet. Turns out they picked an area that somehow could be reached from about 8 different roads, and there were lines coming from each of these, because everyone had the bright idea of, you know what, let's just go cut everybody off. This is going to be a great idea. And, wow, the controller is completely having an absolute fit here. What the hell is going on? Alright, attempt 2. Oh my goodness, please tell me my son didn't bust up this controller too. Child, why must you break nice things? Are we good? Are we back in? Nope, still not back. Come on, please. Please, please, please. There we go. Also, you know what? I just noticed I have Fleetfoot as a reaction ability on so many characters, but I never actually assigned it to anyone because I thought it was the same ability as the Thief. Good job, genius. Good job. Alright, also set up Revive 2, because that seems like a pretty darn good thing. Counter Renew. Let's see. What we got for you? Resistance down, or, let's see, mine down, attack down. Probably attack down. In fact, yeah, Fleet of Foot, that seems to be like it should have been for just about everybody. Sorry, just lots of abilities to go through this time around. One of the, it's probably more than likely one of the last big ability dumps of this entire thing, actually. We're getting there. Definitely getting there. Also, she's actually usable now that she's got her best ability. Come on, controller, please. Could you not? I wish I knew what was doing that, too, because it's not the plug. I've checked this plug repeatedly. That seems to be fine. I mean, like, moving it around seems to do it. Yeah, it's really that kind of day today. Not gonna lie. There we go. Are we good now? Trying not to move it as much as possible. And yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna leave him with these. Actually, wait a minute. Alright, we're gonna change him over to a Tangrel. Or maybe not. Because permanent regen plus Mana Font means that he gets a whole lot of abilities with this whole Zol thing. And basically Zol scales really well off this other class. Focus Rage is pretty good, but not as good as his other stuff. Immune to injuries, poison, bleed, and weaken. Okay, yeah, no, that's a little bit better. And I feel like this, with all of his mana abilities, probably just amazing. Let's see, deals 32% increased damage and healing with full HP, so theoretically he could renew to full. Well, I mean, whether he's in critical or whether he's full, he's getting some kind of bonuses off it. So it seems to work out. Alright. And lastly, we'll do you. And there we go. That's everybody that's still up and running. So let's do this thing. So if anybody missed the ending of last time, we kind of got ruined by this group here. Mostly because of a lucky crit that they got that kind of came and ruined the entire team, but it really wasn't that bad. I think the Archer team is still going to be good here. Really the only thing that was missing is we're just going to stick all of them in here. We need Smelter Blue, and then we're going to need... I think we'll want Tartaros for this one. Interestingly, his defense is actually higher than his attack. Not sure if it's just because he's an archer or what. And so yeah, they're basically pulling an OB64 for this one. Just so you get the whole Demon Invasion arc. As you do. Now all we're left is for one of them to set up a functional society, and then we gotta feel bad for invading it. You know, the usual kind of stuff. I love that animation. It's so goofy. I mean, basically, what's to be implied from, or inferred from that whole thing is that they were just going, they were putting everything together, like, okay, so we want to make them do a jumpy move, but we don't really have the, you know, the animation frames to do like a full drop and stab and everything else. So, since we don't want to do a backwards landing animation or anything, how about instead they just throw down a bunch of spears and then they just land on the ground? They're like, oh, but I don't know, it looks a little mad. They just sort of land on the ground. You know what happens after that? Like, well, why don't they just explode? Seems like a solid idea. Let's just make them explode. And they're gonna bring that guy back, which is a little bit annoying, but that is apparently their only revive. So, by the way, interesting bit of news, because it turns out as of 3 days ago, there's something that, if this one ends too quick, there's actually something that I really wanted to show off today, if possible. Because yeah, as of 3 days ago, it turns out every game in the Ogre Battle series now has a mod. As it turns out, Knight of Lotus got a rebalance mod, like an actual mod. And yeah, really curious to go try that out. Let's see, is this a story battle, or did the random battles in this area change as you've faced more rare monsters? No, this is a story fight. Basically, they're pulling the OP64 thing of doing the whole Demon Invasion arc, basically. Didn't I say basically enough times? I don't think so. It's unclear. Anyway, how's stuff on your end there? You hopefully get what you needed? Alright, we're gonna have Smelter Blue bring everything back here in a moment. She's just gonna go for the 50-50. And it worked. Right. Okay, then. That happened. But yeah, that was the move that that screwed us over last time. Because this guy just comes in with his giant illusion break everybody ability. Basically, you fight the end boss of Knight of Lotus right here, right before the end. And we'll bring Orson back in just a little bit, but for now I need to start smackifying these things. This mace in particular just seems very good against all this stuff. So I got to Costco as it opened, so it wasn't bad. Last time we drove by, the line went around the building and just got into the door. Yeah, I was just sharing a story as well. Like it just, God, lines everywhere are insane right now. I was just sharing a story that our city decided to do a like a food type giveaway type thing, and yeah, they basically picked the only busy part left in the city. And on top of that, they picked an area with about 8 different main roads leading to it, which all got clogged up at the same time. So, well-intentioned, didn't go so hot. I'm sure at least somebody must have made it in front, but yeah, most of the time people were turning around before they got to the main, like, meat grinder of the whole thing, because there was no way to get out of there if you actually got stuck there. Also great. Asleton just got charmed because he just got friggin' handed by this harpy thing. Infer what you will. But yeah, these guys are all about the debuffs. And seriously, how do you come up with a more edgelord name than Overscourge? You can't do it, that's how. Okay, I can do 180 there, or 189 there. I'll do that. Alright, well, he can snipe this guy twice before his next turn. So might as well make that happen. Set up Chivalrous. See, weird that they had to use magic to charm Esselstyn when a $10 bottle of rum has the same effect without requiring arcane arts. I mean, yeah, but if you already got it laying around, you know? But yeah, this fight... Honestly, I feel like a lot of it would just come down to... I'm sure there's items that prevent charm, and I'm pretty sure that there must be... what's even the best way to handle this right now? Yeah, I think we're just gonna do Rain of Arrows here. Get rid of charm. Over here, do Holy Beam so that he hopefully finishes off both. Hopefully she stops doing handy stuff to Esselstyn over there. Yeah, dead. Injured. This is why I brought along the heal nuke again. Which, granted, has been a staple in pretty much every fight now, but... Man, this fight is all about the frickin' debuffs everywhere. If anybody knows that one scene from Berserk, that's kind of the vibes that I get from this one really strongly. Just everybody's mind is getting screwed with, everyone's fighting each other. You know, there's maybe one character that's still figuring out how to get past all of it. Pretty nice. You gotta wonder if they had that in mind. Probably gonna do Blind Powder here. Maybe it'll mess with his ability to throw out debuffs. Apparently it didn't work. There we go, let's get the entire party back. Hi there, Svendrigan. How's it going? Man, Esselstyn is just taking every debuff here. Plus, every time they charm somebody, they have the unfortunate effect that they'll almost always decide to go use their healing, use whatever their best healing items are. So, for example, we've already lost our absolutely best healing item, the full pot there, because they're like, oh man, that guy is one hit away from death. I guess I'll just go cure him instead of, you know, not curing the frickin' Hell Demon. Yeah, that's a, I don't know. Choices were made. Can't say they were good choices. Either way, we're currently down a guy, so she nukes things. It's a nice little comeback mechanic, not gonna lie. And Berserked. Yeah, but yeah, I feel like with this fight, they were kind of looking at all their options, and they're like, you know what? We have all these abilities for all of our... See, this is what I was talking about. They just love to do that kind of stuff because, well, all their stuff is specialized against these guys, I guess. But they keep getting all kinds of handy action from demons, and they're more than happy to join with them. It's just rude. Is he doing great? Eating a bacon double cheese sandwich my dragon made for me? Nice. See, every time I see a demon invasion arc, I wish I'd get a game where you play as the demons on the other side of the Chaos Gates trying to break through. I mean, there was this one game that's, I mean, it depends on who's getting demonized at the time. That was basically about this guy that could barely speak English that came to the States and was trying to start a small business, mostly selling coffee. Weirdly depressing, and the entire thing was to hopefully try and set up a family for themselves before they died, because they couldn't afford insurance. I'm not even kidding, that's an actual game. I don't remember the name of it, but, kind of would... I'm sure somebody out there must know it. But yeah. Also, Svendrigan, wow. Okay, you almost just got straight up executed by the leader. And everyone's berserked. Fantastic. So the entire team is basically gone for the time being. And that'll go ahead and... Wow. Making that 8% evasion work. Holy crap. Oh, do I get a character? Do I actually get to take a turn here? Let's see. I can do defense down, attack down, mass heal. I feel like mass heal would kind of help to tide over, but it wouldn't really solve the issue. We can move her away. Might prevent something, hopefully. I think what we're going to do is just... Nah. What do I want to do here? Because basically if I heal him... Okay, he's got a decent chance to survive. Smelter Blues immediately afterward, but I need to make sure... There, let's just put him over here. So what about you? Basically just got stuck for about an hour sitting in traffic and just ended up leaving before we ended up actually completing what we went there to do. Because they were doing this food giveaway thing, which seemed like a pretty useful thing, and then it turned out that, yeah, no. It just wasn't gonna work. Right. Please stop possessing everybody with demanding handjobs, that'd be great. And apparently Azelston has been hit so many times he just absorbs evil now. Alright. You get stuck in place. I'm sick of these things coming up and doing stuff, so you just get stuck in place for the time being. I'm so happy Sven's ultimate speedo build works here. It's just nice. It's just nice. Do the burst. It's really more of a slight holy breeze, I suppose. But whatever, does the job. Alright, that one's gone. Now, I'm assuming that thing will get close. It'll try to do Berserk. We'll see if it succeeds. If not... What? Okay. Well, he'll just take him out then. Actually, this look... this was supposed to be, like, Lance Tartarus and all that. But the more that I look at this look, if you just gave it slightly different hair, this would be 100% Angus McFife right now. I'm curious how many folks know what I'm talking about. Okay. Set up for the heal nuke again, and we'll get our dude back. And just put Orson over here. He'll back up, heal, whatever he needs to do. Doesn't matter too much. Really, the main scary thing here is if she decides to do some kind of mass charm thing, which we should be past that point. I don't think there's too much that they'd be able to do right now. They might be able to charm or berserk a couple characters, but in general, that's pretty unlikely. Holy crap! Smited! And what's the story say? Oh, by the way, so, Vale, quick thing. Knight of Lotus finally got a mod, so that means every game in every version for the Ogre Battle series now has a mod. So we'll be doing that one. I figure Night of Lotus is pretty short, so we can probably do that one next. How did this ever come to pass? Well, I don't know. Maybe the people opening up Hellgates had something to do with it. Just, you know, just a thing. Oh yeah, by the way, the good band god decided to be evil now. There's demons everywhere. Came straight from the capital. Demons pouring out of a political capital. So basically another day then. All right. They're not demons, they're called politicians. What's the KOL mod change? What's it called? It's just KOL rebalance. Here. I think I have the link. Evan actually just sent it to me yesterday. I had no idea that it was around, and then sure enough. And also, in case they happen to come by, I did go and try to do those few extra hours. I went like I think like 6 or 7 hours into War of the Visions to try to see if there was anything redeeming about that game. And so yeah, verdict-wise on that one, you know what it boils down to? It's essentially, well, you got the usual microtransaction bullcrap on the side, right? For the actual story thing, it's 9 fights of just exposition plus here's bandits in the woods, and then 1 actual sort of fight, which the AI still can handle on its own just fine. Actual strategy has nothing to do with it. It's entirely just how much you've grinded. And that's really about it. Just you very slowly unlock things that maybe will be helpful. 90% of the stuff that's on the actual skill tree is just more stats. And, yeah, that's about it. Just, like, take FFT, uninstall your pop-up blocker, mess with the, with any file to give you, like, 1 JP per fight, and yeah, just turn off level scaling and like, add maybe 50 skills of just +2 attack, +2 defense, etc. And basically you have that game. You just get pop-ups constantly, trying to get you to buy suspicious stuff. You get some dancing chickens every now and then, and, oh yeah, and by the way, you remove all equipment and everything for just the usual, would you like to slot in some random thing they don't even use, like, oh, you want your spear user that's clearly using a spear to use a gun? Okay, that's fine. Look, they added the gun card. That gave them some slightly extra attack there. Yeah. It's stupid. It's exactly as stupid as expected. So yeah. It definitely, Oh, by the way, and writing-wise, because you'd think... I think Matsuno was involved in that one, wasn't he? Because I don't actually know if he was, but good lord, in that case, if that's his new writing, I hope he's not involved with anything ever again. Because it is insufferably bad. Like, they couldn't really figure out how to get across, like, oh, you know, here's this character's personality, so instead of the usual, like, let's give them a few scenes of dialogue to set them up and everything else, they're like, oh, you're the invincible dude guy that's part of this thing. Oh, and if it isn't, dude guy that's also part of this other thing that's known for being brash. Like, oh, it sucks. It really sucks. Again, the best summary that I can describe is like 3 missions in, where literally 7 characters greet each other by terrible nicknames. They're just description dumps, with a scene that couldn't possibly happen because they're reacting to a situation, like, basically from 2 continents, or not 2 continents, but like 2 zip codes apart. And so they're like, oh man, I heard some things being raided, we should go do something about that, and they all get together and they go back there. And it's still the same scene where they're being raided, just nobody's moved at all, and they've apparently gotten the news and gotten there in the amount of time that it took for people to take 2 steps forward, so... yeah, okay then. That's, I know I'm nitpicking story in a thing that, it's a mobile game. It's just so disappointing that it's almost magical. Alright. Lord Cow here is almost utterly amazing. And let's see if Hazelton can do anything new here. Gotta say, not terribly trusting these new rookies so far. Oh yeah, and as far as that KOL mod, mostly it's just an overall rebalance. Most of it seems pretty positive. I'm a little bit unsure why they decided to take spears away as a specialty from dragoons, because they were one of only 3 classes that actually specialized in spears, but, you know, naturally I'm going to notice the spear stuff. Controller! Stop doing your thing! Just, thank you. My son got a hold of my controller yesterday, which naturally means that it's all busted up now. Alright. Can upgrade items, get 1 more full pot. Fantastic. Let's see, we got flippers, throwing gloves. I just wanna... Yeah, I'm just gonna make more of these. It's basically throwaway items. At this point, anyway. I just figure it might be useful for some of these characters. And in fact, I think for him, rather than some of these other things, what I need is something that prevents... Is there anything that prevents cripple? So for Smelter, Blue, and Diebold, what I want is speed items. Let's see, Wikipedia doesn't know who the writers are for War of the Visions, but Brave Exodus stuff isn't usually Mitsuno. Okay. I'm glad. Because, oh my god, that sucked so hard. I mean, I've occasionally taken a look at mobile games because, like, my cousin's super into them, so every now and then they'll be like, oh, you know, go try this thing. And yeah, Langrisser was pretty alright. Fire Emblem, I didn't like the style of it, but okay, it existed. Oh... Jesus, Pokemon Go had better writing. It's... Yeah. I don't know. I don't know who could actually look at that and not just get nauseous. Alright, first of all, is there anything that'll boost speed here? Not really. So, armor, that's probably good staying as it is. Go for some flat defense on this guy. Unless there's anything that boosts health by any chance. Not really. Alright. Accessory-wise, does anything boost health? Or speed? No. So Shining is going to be the main thing that boosts it. What about shield-wise? Anti-magic, probably pretty solid. Magic attack won't be really useful for him, and yeah, this will give him some good overall defense so that he can hopefully survive. Alright, backup revive tank. Just give him a little bit more speed. His other stuff is probably perfectly fine. Give him a vigil band. Make sure you can't fall asleep. What else we got here? Anything better? The Joyeuse. Yeah, this seems like a pretty good upgrade overall. What about you? Magic boosting shield. Yeah, but then I can't afford one of these. Actually, Oathband probably is a better idea here. I can't afford that either. Alright, whatever, that's fine. That'll do, that'll do. But yeah, so actual gameplay-wise, I'm in the last fight of the second chapter of that thing when I just couldn't really stomach that crap anymore. And yeah, it was... all of it was just entirely winnable with AI so far. And of all of the... I think I'm up to like 30 or 40 fights in that thing. Of all of them, there were only 2 that were actually something you'd expect from FFT. One of them was a sort of Dorter-esque situation. Oh, nice. I'm liking how the scene's working right now. And yeah, of those, every one of them was the same situation. Like, where you'd basically go in there like, oh man, there's all these politics in the background. Oh, did you hear about these guys' nicknames? Oh man, it's their nicknames. Oh, did you hear about this guy that's the Delita/Vice of this game and how everyone treats him like crap? Oh yeah, let's treat him like crap. And then they're like, oh man, look, there's even more bandits in the woods. And it's been 20 straight fights of, hey, there's bandits in the woods, let's maybe stop walking through them. Oh wait, there's more. Anyway. I'm sorry, I really hate it. Attack from the gates. At the same time, these begin to appear within the walls. And then the immortals start fighting each other. Well, I mean, they're clearly very killable, so... It would be cool if he joined you, and I think he actually does. Nice. See, do you ever gain the ability to recruit monsters, or is that not a thing in Fell Seal? Or Fell Sea Lion. That's the DLC, actually. So, there's a Bugman that joins you, and again, I apologize for all the back and forth on the lag here. It shouldn't be happening, but sure enough, the controller decided today was a great day to crap out of me. Anyway. So that's what the DLC is for the most part. DLC, I don't know. TBD as far as I'm aware. And we'll get Stina in here, and then we'll get our healer over that way. But yeah. So, wait, incomplete roster. Who the hell did I kick out? Yeah, I think we'll have Bizarro in here. In fact, maybe we'll have Diebold. Because we have an extra attacker on the team, and technically, having double heal nukes would be a lot more useful than anything else. But okay. So yeah, the DLC is all about side quests and sending your units out on missions, as well as recruiting monster units. For the purposes of the game so far, it seems primarily to be the Bugman that you get. So if you save him, he has access to all of the classes, or all of the different monster classes, and he functions kind of similarly to a weird multi-classing version of the Animist from FFTA, like where kind of like the Animist and kind of like whatever the hell the Pneumo one was. Whether you're a dog or a squirrel, you know, either version's fine. Controller, please. Okay, there we go. Let me go see if I can find the DLC release date real quick. Gotta say, nice touch that they're using the artillery thing here. So, missions and monsters, the players will be able to recruit monster units, either from taming them with a new Wrangler class, or by earning them as rewards from various missions. Go away, pop-up. No, different pop-up. See, monsters behave a little differently from humans. They can't change their monster class, such as being a Vangle. So, two different variants. All well and good. When can we throw our money at this? Alright, so on March 13th they finished monster customization. Okay, and then they added some new monster thing to the game. All well and good. When can throw cash? trying to find the release date for Fell Sale DLC is like trying to sell a book on Google Play. The number one thing they seem to be afraid of is someone giving them money. Fair enough. You've played 42 hours. Would you recommend this game to people? Oh, hell yes, I would. All of the yes. See, the stupid thing about the controller issue, which again, I know I say it a million times, it's not the game, it's my freaking controller. The annoying part is that it occasionally stores inputs. So whenever you saw, like, right there where it was just deciding, like, well, would you like to move your cursor in a completely different direction? Well, yeah, that's why. Recent reviews, all reviews very positive, dang straight. They better be. So... yeah, you know what? Top review, I think, says it perfectly. Combat loop is the stuff dreams are made of for tactics devotees. Sounds about right. Yeah, I have no idea where the release date is, or if there is one. I'm just gonna assume it's not posted here. Also, really, really glad that this map actually got used. Like, for an actual fight here. Ballista. Also, I find it funny that so many of the things I was asking for One Vision actually wound up here. It's like I was asking for a class that would use use field artillery and their abilities. I kid you not. Sure enough, there it is. Ow. Meant to go scratch my back. Accidentally punched my microphone. Sorry about that. Hopefully I didn't just blow out anyone's eardrums. Bo Nuke says hi. And where's Barrage 2 going? That's just unfortunate. Although she might have the MP for a burst. That'd be pretty handy. No need to even check what that does, because this should wreck butts pretty severely. There we go. On a bit of a side note, by the way, in terms of Amazon and all that, well, actually, I guess it's more Google Play, but okay. So Amazon obviously got named as the well, basically the richest company on Earth, and yeah, they basically decided that right now is a fantastic time to try to get donations. So, like, oh, we have to hire more people to, you know, to possibly meet demand with all the business we're getting out of this whole worldwide plague situation. We've got this massive worldwide monopoly, but, oh man, it's kind of stressful for us. Would you like to donate some money? Like, I almost wonder if somebody was saying that as a sarcastic joke or something. But, who knows? Oh? Oh. Just got an email from the electric company. She's like, oh, get credits on your bill, and I was thinking, oh, they're actually going to credit stuff because the apocalypse, and they're like, no, just pay, Actually, that's been a kind of disappointing thing out of all of this. So many situations where there would have been a perfect time to earn some goodwill, like especially rent-wise, Anybody who currently owns a rental or anybody that's like running a grocery store or any of that, they are going to be like they're just going to be running the dang country after this. Don't even know what to like. It's unclear what to even make of that whole situation. Because yeah, any still functioning grocery stores are making bank with, well, much fewer expenses than usual. One would assume. At least compared to everybody else. I mean, landowner-wise, they're one of the only ones that aren't actually completely affected in any way whatsoever, or in any negative way whatsoever. Oof. Okay, that was a bit of a heap. Please tell me she has the juice for another one. Yes, she does. Why is the MP cost for this not 30 or something? Alright, no status effects though. That's good. And I know we're gonna end up taking the second one right here. Try to spread everybody out a bit so he... Alright. Good. The only debuff that landed also hit a barrier, so good. Nice. Okay, so none of their sedates hit. Beautiful. Out of curiosity, does this get past barrier? Or mirage? Apparently it doesn't. Good to know. But, to spare everybody else, I think we're actually just going to go for the heal nuke and have him attack here. Shield bashes! Dang, I can actually hit both of them. Or, I guess not really, but... This one... It's just a gigantic flail. I thought it was going to be, Nice. Yeah, I thought it was going to be, like some kind of, different field artillery. Like maybe it was going to be a mangonel or something. Alright. He and his undies are still somewhat okay. Oh, that's really cool, though. It's really cool that he actually can walk in through the sewers and come out through the sewer grates up here. It's nice. Nice. Now, why on earth are you doing such little damage to this guy? At least there's a chance for a crit with a basic attack. Might as well use the full pot. We almost got this wrapped up. Zero chance of root. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to do that one. And come on, controller. Don't do that. Don't be like that, controller. Alright. Still, somehow, none of the debuffs are landing. RNG's is feeling really good today. Yeah, he's gone, isn't he? No? Okay. Definitely won't hear any complaints from me on that. I don't know how he's still here, and I really hope this random soldier guy joins afterwards. Nice. How did they lose when they have the direct counter to this? Alright, now for everybody to go swim in some sewage. Although I guess there's a staircase too, isn't there? Alright, we'll just take the stairs then. Because he kind of needs it. Not to mention, actually, come to think of it, so in FFT or whatever else, typically the rule was if you had somebody with regen, they would end up functioning a lot better with higher HP. Which, okay, they obviously still do, but if you went for a really high health, high speed build, you could potentially forego armor entirely. Like if you went mercenary, it's kind of like mercenary ranger or something like that. And then just, yeah, built entirely for speed and health. That could be amazing. I'm gonna have to try that. Again, ideas out the wazoo for New Game Plus. This is really what I wanted. It's what I wanted for a long time. Dang it, why did nobody tell me to try this except for those several people that told me to try this? It's so good. So, so good. Somebody had to animate that. Wait a minute, I thought he had quick fingers. Oh, Peddler's is secondary, that's why. Although he might actually have all that stuff wrapped up before we get there. Like the Griffin statues on either side. Sad the Monster DLC doesn't seem to be adding giant Griffin monsters. I don't think it's adding anything that wasn't there, but they might. I mean, I don't think they've announced all the monsters that are being added. And I think that it is kind of weird that they have so many effigies of griffins all over the place, but no griffins. Because they have them all over this thing, they have them, they have these kind of statues in some of the other parts that are just basically carved totem poles with griffins in there. Why today, controller? There we go. See, the tiny birds are tiny griffins, right? So this is kind of like statues of giant mice or grasshoppers in our world. And yeah, I guess so. Come on, controller! Why? Why you gotta be like that? Just do the thing. Do the thing where you work. I know for a fact that this cord is good, because I use it all the dang time. I know, like, it's a weird thing that I think it's just some incompatibility with the wire and controller. Because it's, like, the cord I use for my Vita all the time. The, what's it? The controller is used on the PS4 all the time, and PC's used all the time, so I know all the ports worked. Alright, collect a component. I feel like for New Game Plus, we're going to be collecting components a hell of a lot more. I've definitely been just blazing through it this time. Yeah, I'm dumb. I could have just warped up here this entire time. This is down here. Oh man, I can't wait to get up there. What the hell? Dude, what gives? This guy's turning on us. I know he wants his MPs, but dude. Just plain rude. I mean, yeah, it didn't even hurt her, that's fine. She basically took 10 MP damage for him to recover 50 or whatever it was. But still, it's just not nice. That's fine, because everyone's got a barrier. I'm sure there's a safety in nookie business joke in there somewhere, but whatever. Alright. Also, yeah, he's really putting that, hang on, what's his crit rate, actually? 7% or something? He's been doing pretty good with that. I gotta say, especially on this map, I'm just appreciating the hand-drawn art and everything. Just appreciating all the little pencil lines all over the place that you can see. Oh, it looks so good. He's got his re-raise, so we can just go ahead and get rid of slow on everybody. He's going to explode to improve everyone's day a little bit. Dandy. Actually, Diebold's name, now that I think about it, is kind of making me think of, I forget what game it's from. There was some dude called Death Mold. I don't remember what that's even from now. I want to say it's one of the FF games. Seriously, don't even remember. Kaboom. Alright. And we'll do the big boom move, which, yeah, despite all of its long unlock process and everything, I really would have expected it to do a little bit more than just swirl it a little bit. Diebold the MVP. Cataracta Citadel. You see, it's interesting because it's a heart, and all the other ones have been a heart. So, you know, heart references. So, yeah. Boon, very yes. Suddenly she became awesome. Life font. Probably replace No Flank with Life font. Actually, No Flank is doing okay for him. Do mass heal and heal 2. Rebirth would be nice on him, but oh well. Holy Burst, so now we have 2. Basically, the Lord class can learn that move that you went through all that whole pilgrimage to learn. They just get to learn it. Phylactery, get access to the Lich. Alright, who should be a Lich? Final battle next? I think so. And we also just unlocked the Lich. Alright. Can anybody even be a Lich is the thing. I think that's this one. It's Plague Doctor Fellblade. That sounds like a Lich. Oh wait, no. No. Let's see. Bloodcrest, non-story, Scoundrel, Alchemistic. Wait, he's a story character? Pretty sure this means that nobody can do it. Because the closest would have been him, but he's a story character. Alright, so yeah, looks like this next one's going to be the last fight. Let's go ahead and save it. And go do this thing. If I were to guess, probably a multi-parter, probably 3 fights in a row. Alright, maybe she's actually one of the good ones. Yeah, figures. Don't know what what's her face is doing here. Honestly, considering how hard he got wrecked last time, I'm a little bit surprised that they would still be... Like, if somebody was basically told their whole life, like, hey, you're functionally a god, you know, here's all these crazy powers and everything, and then they just randomly try to ambush somebody and then get absolutely ruined and then kicked around a bit. They're just like, maybe rethink some choices here. But okay. So, one more thing. This sword the dude guy left behind. Ruins mine somewhat, so not terribly useful, though holy sweet goodness, that is a lot of snazzy stats on that thing. All these stats, why are you so sexy? Yeah, that thing is basically armor. Crap. I mean, permanent defenses up. This is, functionally speaking, the Excalibur. But yeah, permanent defenses up. Also, I guess we get to see how much physical and magic defense gets added by those buffs. So it's definitely scaling defense. Let's see, attack is slightly higher. I think at least some of her stuff scales with mind, I know that. Yeah, this does attack plus mind. Drain health is entirely mind. Drain soul is mind, but that's really worthless. And then attack plus mind. Okay. How much gets added and how much gets taken away? Yeah, we lose 44, gain 4, get some defense. It's not worth it for her. And I guess Dagar can become useful. Yeah, why not? What in the hell? Hang on. Dogs are up to something. One sec. Okay, dogs are no longer up to something. Alright, controller. Respond, please. Please, thank you. So I'm going to say Triclops would be amazing any other day, but not for this one. Put Sventrigan in here. Let's see. And I guess we get to see what a dual wield build is good for here with guns. Okay, for inflicting debuffs. For this one. So let's go see what their party actually looks like. So Boldrake and Kawa. So he's basically like a tank illusionist. Berserk and Blarger. So he's a combination of one of those giant charging bug things. Gains 2 random buffs, wow. Alright, they're gonna be sniping people the whole time. That's pretty obvious. This guy's running something very similar to his last time. Basically just an improved version of the vampire. Wait, what the hell? So her stats are better, but she joined him anyway. And she's running the build I was just talking about. Okay, so improved caster. Mass thorns, grants thorns in a small area. Poison. 50% damage from percent base damage. Let's see, damage increases the lower their current HP, which isn't great considering they've got 1,000. Yeah, dual wield, chilling touch, have a chance to inflict slow. Any offensive thing counters with poison. And ludicrously high defense on top of that. Yeah, this can only go fantastically. Let's bring a dude in a Speedo. This is great. I definitely should have done that. That's fine. Yeah, that ranger isn't too much of a threat yet. Sniper shots mostly there to finish stuff off. Douche. Okay, so we're doing that. Beautiful. So we're doing all the insta-kill crap. Wonderful. Let's see if the beam can do some stuff here. Need Smelter Blue back. I don't know if that counts as using up his... No, he still has his re-raise. Immortal godly powers, all they do is inflict a debuff. Yeah, that was a actually a pretty awesome move. Yeah, they can do that. They can definitely do that. Alright, multiple debuffs. So yeah, this game can be absolutely nasty. We're gonna do attack down over here. But yeah, there's actually a your first introduction to the drown mechanic is when the current bad guy we're going after right here just basically shows up on in a fight on your side, and he basically just starts warping people into a lake, and it's like, oh, that's pretty awesome. Inflicts weaken. They can't be weakened. Drain MP could be useful, but she's not gaining anything there. Root. 60%. I don't think the roots of... I don't actually know what it would do. Alright, this will remove her buffs. Okay. I thought it was 100%, but apparently it doesn't work on permanent effects or something. Or maybe I missed something. And first round's over, and yeah, we're already really deep in the hole here. I think a lacerating trap might actually be the way to go. Because this will, if somebody steps on it, which they very well might, if I just have him running around putting down traps, he should be able to interrupt turns repeatedly. Oh no, they're doing that. Oh god, no. Oh yeah, no, we're screwed. So, by the way, Spen, you want to see nasty? Dual-wielding pistols, one for all. Basically, it's one of the knight abilities that that says that any time that anybody does anything within their attack range, they will automatically attack, just attack physically. Yeah. I think it's fair to say we got one up pretty hard here. Mass renew. What, lady? What? No. No. Be useful, please. Oof. Yeah, no, this is an interesting puzzle right here. This friggin' vampire gun master over here. Just... Oh. Just over here busting caps and everybody. Let's see, Dagar's right there, she's right there. She just lost her turn as a result of that. Yeah, this party comp won't work at all for this. Yeah, we can do attack down on him at least. Smash him with the balls. This lacerating trap thing seems like a good idea. I kind of wonder if multicast can potentially work with traps. So, like, say you shoot a guy in one direction and put down a trap somewhere else. As per usual, gonna go ahead and give this a try still. I don't see it working. Really? Okay. I mean, that's fine. Oh, they're running both of them with that nastiness. Oof. Okay. And he's running a long-range bow, too, so... is that... No, he's maybe still standing? Not so much. Water 1, honestly. Whatever, it's something. Oh, okay. Oof. I just got choked out by a stone fist, I suppose. So yeah, apparently the takeaway from this whole thing is that, yeah, they're, the reason that there's supposed to be so many of them is that they're physically just holding the dude guy back. Yeah, he just felt like being a dick. Fair enough. Alright. If she goes here, she might be able to throw out a burst, which should take out 2 of them. So she's shielded from it. She takes 100. He's dead. He's injured. Worth it. It's 1 down. I don't know if they have any revives in place. They might, but that puts her as puts her right up at the front there. Okay, we can put Svendragon up here. Realistically, Svenja might be sacrificed this fight, just fair warning. But first of all, I'd ideally like to see this guy get taken out. It's not game over yet. I gotta take height advantage. Alright, so they're down 2 now. He would take a hit, they would take a hit, they would take a hit. Resistance down on both of these guys. Yeah, res down on him would be pretty brutal. Alright, didn't get the res down. He's gonna get poison and bleed. Let's find counter. Rude. Alright, that puts a damper on the plan I was about to throw out. Alright, that's fine. We still should be able to rapture us here. Anyway, Winston Alto's back, then we get Kyrie back. They don't seem to care about their bug guy very much. In fact, they don't seem to be doing a whole lot of recovering at all. Alright, he rolled a bad debuff. Turned his barrier back on. Beautiful. Bug goes dead. Taking him apart for leather. And now you're gonna go after the other guy. You and your weird speedo of survival here. Survival speedo! Wait, now she's just going for regular attacks? I suppose double shot actually would get past Mystic Shield, wouldn't it? Alright, that's pretty worthless. That'll work, because then he can go up and give her a full heal. At which point we can stop the death strats entirely. And she should be able just to tank stuff now. So we're completely back in the game here. Even if they do one for all, we have enough meat on hand. And yeah, they're just defending, so I think we got this. Unless he starts doing exactly that. Alright. Fair play. That's about the best move he could have made, because that's all of our revives. first order of business is to go after that guy. Magic Speedos of invulnerability. Yep. Just gonna leave him right there, and yeah, I'd gotta basically beat down this guy before anything else happens. Alright, 157 from a regular. Did what you could. What'd you do? Shoulder tackle the god into a wall? Because why not? As long as he's not using teleport, I'm sure they must have some sort of limit on how often they can use teleport. Or maybe just cost a hell of a lot or something. Nice. Speedos failed you. Honestly, they kept you going for quite a while. Alright, and back. Weird nap time interruptions happened. Also, kaboom. That'll sort out a lot of issues. Question is, does she join at this point? Or is she the real boss? Yeah, her health just keeps going up. What's up with that? Yeah, if that didn't miss, he would have been dead. For some reason, she can't be debuffed. Alright, he's just slowed for now. He can rally. Got all those buffs going. Alright, good. She's got a good heal going there. Drain health will do 138 past all that. 147 with a chance to crit. Please tell me she can't teleport people. Oh. Yeah, that's not even survivable. It's friggin' over 400. Alright, come on, controller. And 1 sec. There we go. As it comes to life for 1 second and immediately turns off. Why, oh why, controller, are you doing this? Yeah, I'm not even sure if she can survive this one. Actually gonna do a drain health just for safety. No, come on, what are you doing? Go attack the thing, don't heal. You can't, don't even have a chance in hell of surviving this thing anyway. 64, 64... 137. Yeah, they're better, but jeez. In fact, instead of a heal, because she's probably already gonna get one. I suppose you can be taunted for some reason. Siphon would leave her low on MP. Which she doesn't have already. 200 damage may be possible. But I'm thinking if I do Rapturous and then sacrifice Smelter. Yeah, slow is gone. Then if I put him right here, she'll probably decide to go after him instead, because he's going to be showing showing higher numbers. Controller, please. Okay, warp for a partial heal. Burst wouldn't be enough. That wouldn't be enough. That would only do 200. Alright, so this should mean that she can survive a hit and counter it if she, yeah, this could be possible. Nice. And there we go, that's a win. Just a bare one, but it's a win. And yeah, very yes on him being the MVP here. Alright. Alright, I appreciate that they do that they don't do another mid-battle, or mid-siege save and all that kind of thing. So let's see who survived. Alright. So, Dagar died. Yeah, Dagar was the only one that died. Alright, so Sven, you're still on 3 at the moment, so you're good. You did pretty okay there. I think we'll actually probably give that fancy sword over to Mr. Cow here. Let's see. Ooh. Speed plus crit gloves. Okay, I know who's definitely earned those. Because despite not doing very much damage, like, yeah, he was doing good stuff here. Alright, so, plus 10% crit, plus 10 speed. And there's Sniper Shot, so you can finally show some good abilities here. Let's see, though. What kind of stuff can the Peddler use? Dagger, axe, crossbow. So you'd lose the speed bow. What else would we lose here? We'd lose no weakness and evasion up, so that's, yeah, no. Adaponcy and quick fingers would be nice, but no. Honestly, lacerating trap is good enough there. Yeah, Tartaros is almost dead. Mine down. Realistically, probably won't be getting cleave, but it's possible. And now we can do Mana Font. Let's see, all offensive abilities. Targets below is less than half their maximum. Let's see, we can increase MP. He's sometimes needed that, but generally he hasn't. But yeah, increasing offensive abilities by 45% when their health is below half could be a nice clutch move there. And counter cripple seems perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna switch his classes around. Turn him into a knight that happens to have Mender as their secondary. And in fact, you know what? He should probably be the one using the Guardian here. Because if he's next to immune... Yeah, let's give you a knife or something. That gives you more speed, because a lot of his stuff is scaled off other things. But if, yeah, if he's the one over here with all his healing abilities, and he's just nigh immune to everything, that would be pretty fantastic. immune to poison. That seems to be flying around a lot. It's a good call. Running treads for more movement and more defense? Yeah, definitely. And then, are there any new things I can make here? Can make a lich, can make a werewolf, that's all well and good. What about gear? Okay, a resistance item. Attack, mind, speed, that's pretty good. Another blood axe. So I'm thinking this is really strong. Might be worth having on carry, actually. In fact, might be better than this Gigas. Because we're getting 38 extra mind off it. A little bit less of everything else, but seems like it should be pretty strong. And now we save and go for the last fight. Oh, wait a minute. Quintus was the good guy. I thought... Never mind. I thought Primus was the guy that came and helped us. Wait a minute. No, he did come and help. Yeah, Quintus showed up another time. Okay, never mind. Okay. Also, shaking finger looks really weird right now. And yeah, that whole people are indecisive, gotta go do thing right now mentality. So many wars over that. Alright, so I guess the big question is, will this be a two-parter, or will this be two separate fights? At least it makes sense why everybody was bailing up to this point. Oh, and what's their face got splattered on the steps. Okay, that's a neat touch. Yeah, no, this is definitely going to be at least a two-parter. Because that is not an end boss theme. Still kind of amazed that Smelter Blues died so many times, and yet here he is. Alright. See, I will give them credit for something here, though. In most of these cases, they usually just do the thing, and then they don't necessarily explain why they're doing it. It seems like they've actually gone out of their way to explain why everybody except for Evil Stitch is basically doing what they're doing. Gonna have him take a Mana Stone. We're probably gonna be spamming revives like nobody's business. But I want him to be able to rebirth everybody. Bureaucrat. Okay, so it's a beat-all. First order of business should definitely not be this guy, but what can you do? For now, I just need to get everybody kind of up there. I would say the big green guy, probably the biggest one to worry about. The Succubus would be second priority. Nice. You know, never did get to see Earth Locust? There we go. It's a sweet stone snake looking situation. A little frustrating. You get blind and berserked in that kind of situation. That might be useful. Alright, so he actually puts out a pretty significant amount of damage now. But I'm gonna have him move kind of down here, start handing out rebirths like candy. Okay. Root. Root is good. She can get out of his range. And if he's stuck in place, he's not going to be a problem for the time being. Healing-wise, they don't seem to have much going on except for debuffs. Don't like using Rapturous already, but hey, We got two that are effectively disabled for the time being and could kind of use the help. Oh, it's slightly more complicated. Yeah, that sounds like the last 4 years in a nutshell. Why'd you put a crazy person in power? Oh, don't worry, master plan or something. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It'll work out. They'll learn. Alright. It would have been kind of a neat choice to have for this part of the fight, though. Like, if you saved an old man during this fight, you had him for the next one or something, but then if you didn't, you had some help for this fight. Might potentially lead to some interesting run changes. Wasting their turn is as good as having them dead. That'll work. Alright, with nobody having too much better to do, let's go ahead and give a heal 2 to her. And I think once we get everything else stabilized, he's just going to start doing a defensive hit on this thing over and over. Can this thing be berserked? No, what about slow? Can't be slowed. Crippled? Magicked? That improves damage a little bit. It's not very much, but you can at least keep him locked down for now. That's fine. Now, does it bleed? Yes. Perfect. So that should be that problem sorted out. So at this point we just set up a chivalrous. And then last one more round until Rapturous gets everybody patched up. Wait, 210 from the burst. That's seriously it? Fair enough, I guess. One sec. Alright, and back, and yeah, just got news that the thing I was talking about earlier, apparently they shut that mess right down. Because people were getting too out of hand and literally ramming each other out of the way in a giant mosh pit of cars. So that's cool. Way to go, humanity. Although I will say, for what it's worth at least, it's one of the few cases of stuff going completely dire that I've heard so far out of this whole debacle. And yeah, so far this entire fight's going pretty darn nifty, I'd say. That part's not ideal. But it's going about as well as it could, actually. This is definitely just a warm-up fight, though. I know it won't happen, but it'd be pretty cool to just have one giant fight where you can bring absolutely everybody along. And or have reinforcements or something like that. Now we're gonna have heal nuke in just a sec, so I can probably go for that. Uh-oh. Alright, going so far so decent. I mean, he's gonna take a little bit more help to deal with, but... And okay, first casualty, but it could have been worse. Actually, kind of figured somebody else would have gotten a turn before them. And controller's broken again. Come on, controller. What exactly... What's going on with this thing? So every time I think I figured it out, it just does that again. Like, you can... Every little stutter there is it turning on and off. Why? I don't know. It's just fine, and now it's just not. Because it would pick the last part that uses this controller, naturally. Come on. There, finally. Just gonna keep heal draining him for now. She's keeping him busy. He's just gonna go for the AoEs that also heal him. We can counter the counter slow. He's gonna do his usual thing. You know, what else would he expect, honestly? Meanwhile, Cerebro's gonna run up to help, and everybody else is gonna finish off the giant blob thing. So very, very close now. Seriously survived with 1 health. Actually, for a second there I was wondering if maybe defensive hit can't actually do anything. And wait, what's that timer for? Oh. Okay. Man, this priest right here, though. Dang near unstoppable. Just stack defense for days. Yeah, we're just gonna do Rapturous. Doesn't really make sense not to. He gets experience out of it, I think. But keeps getting rid of debuffs. Right, maybe he's not getting too much experience from it, but that's fine. Still something. This guy's got weirdly good defense considering he has a completely exposed chest. Can't silence, can you cripple? He's just immune to everything, isn't he? Surprisingly, he can be slowed. Right. So that's a terrible move. But if you think it'll help, why not go for it? Get Triclops back in here, make use of that elemental weakness. And they are capable of bleeding, although they are also apparently capable of 8% dodges. Why wouldn't they be? I seriously can't remember who that is splattered on the steps, but still appreciate that little detail. Alright. I'll do 75. How much does water do to him? 60? Because she is specialized for thunder. Looks a little goofy, but that's fine. Funnily enough, Drain Health is one of the highest hitting moves right now, because it completely ignores his defense. And probably instead of opportunistic, I probably should have just thrown a rock, to be honest. Alright, Rebirth on you, just in case. She seems the most likely to get randomly taken out. I'm sure this guy's got some moves. Alright. Not bad. Actually, that's... I'm gonna go ahead and say that basically just won the fight for us, though. Now, so we can play it safe here. Although, realistically, yeah, we can just take him out with Cerebro here. So we can go for Desperate. That'll do 138. Put him down to nothing. Really expecting him to drop that. And just add insult to injury. Let's go ahead and finish him off with Donalto. With the weapon that I'm pretty sure he dropped last time. Or no, it was just randomly dropped at the start of this fight. What the hell, you're already dead. How can you hold off anyone? That trope does kind of annoy me sometimes. When somebody clearly lost like all hell in a fight, and they're just fine in the next cutscene. Doesn't bug me as much as sleeping dogs, but oh well. Oh, nice. You know, that's actually not a bad plan. Although, why not just finish them all off individually and then it just presumably disappears? Yeah, that's all well and good. We're saving over that. Alright, so first order of business, Triclops. Must have gotten her locusts by now. Fire Locust, Thunder... Yeah, she's... Okay, never mind. She's one away from getting Thunder Locust. Bummer. Oh well. Okay, yeah, it seems like smart casting is definitely useful here. Would be kind of cool if he got Boon, but oh well. Alright, no sense in having him learn anything because he's already dead. Let's see, attack and mind. So it seems like that should actually be an upgrade to this. Yeah, better resistance, barely lower defense there, extra speed, extra evasion, extra resistance. Perfect. so we can bring 7 for this one. We do want Sven for this one. Need Donalto, need Cerebel. Got 2 over the other one. We're gonna need Smelter Blue. So I'm thinking Sistina and Smelter. Actually, so we need his damage, but technically speaking, Bugman Batman would more or less do a better job of the same thing. I'm just kind of building up for insta-kills there. Huh. Wouldn't be as good at turnarounds. And he's got some weaknesses. Actually, yeah, he's weak to dark stuff. Wow, he is really weak to dark stuff, actually. No wonder he's been getting owned over and over. Yates might be a pretty good one here, though. And yeah, presumably this is going to be your infinite ad fight. So in that case, Yates would be really handy here, because then if they go down, we've got zombies. Plus we got more healers. Oh, and he'll actually listen? And there we go, that's a final boss theme. Oh, come on. In that... It's a fountain! Oh, crap. Okay, that's a, that's a cool twist. I like it. Checks out. %1 dodge. Kind of figured, you'd have more weaknesses, or more strengths. But our current goal is to take down these 2 mega zombies. Figure's the best way to go, because I'm sure we'll be getting ads from the bottom there any minute now. So corrosive won't work. So, theory here, once all of the ads start coming in, we're going to start seeing Old Man Jones and What's-Her-Face down there coming in. Rude. I mean, I guess it's the last fight, so whatever, but still rude. Just gonna go ahead and haste him. Just have her block in this area right here. Doesn't really make sense for her to be elsewhere. Wait a minute. All right, he's on our side. Forgot about that. Actually, yeah, halfway through this fight, I'm assuming that guy's gonna turn into whatever the maw thing is. Alright. Smelter's back. He's already bleeding, but try to hit him anyway. Can do Chivalrous for him, just in case he gets knocked out later. Kind of an amazing oh crap moment at this point would just be where they just interrupt a Rapturous chant somehow. They're just like, no, any all-target abilities just suddenly cause the character to disintegrate permanently. Wait, Bleed and Charm? The hell? Okay, we got Panacea anyway, that's fine. Auto Rebirth. Right, if you could not, that'd be great. Man, can we just drain this tiny fountain? Because, seriously, they should be standing in this thing, not drowning in it. It's cool that that's a mechanic, playing out in a really uncool manner right now. Yeah, there's definitely gonna have to be something better here, because that's doing next to nothing. I'm gonna say it's probably a safe bet that he is immune to the teleport. Just because he has to have dialogue here. Okay, yeah, he should be finished off before his next attack. He's one of the ones that farts out debuffs everywhere. pretty much no matter what, his next turn is going to be for Desperate. I think Heal 2 should put him in enough range where he takes one hit, goes down to critical. That's it. Wow. Oh, that hit everyone. Okay. I see what it is. Alright, Mass Aegis, because I don't know what else to do with her right now. 111's not quite enough. 250 will do the job just fine. Alright, drain health as a time stall. Good, that's fine. Take one step forward, throw a rock, that'll give him a re-raise. One-shot this a-hole. That's the cool thing, because his moves will scale with whatever. Don't really have to worry about the fact that he is running a status effect weapon. Aw. Apparently I can't reanimate those ones. Still, though, should be able to finish this one off before anything too dire happens. Alright, renew. There's nothing better to do for them. Still suspiciously quiet. Now the question is, will this... Okay, that'll almost do the job. Even the burst won't do the job, actually. That's fine, Cerebral will finish him off. Just do the bolt for now. Take him most of the way there. Should leave Cerebo on low health for whatever phase 2 is. See, you know what would be a really cool mechanic right about now, though? If you had a moment this late into the game where they're like, okay, they have a phase 2, but it's built into phase 1, right? So, like, let's say they have some move that takes them 300 MP or some crap, and they're just basically charging it the entire time. You can siphon them to get rid of it. You can do all this other stuff, but once they get there, they get there, and it's just friggin' map-wide cataclysm. I guess it would be kind of a gimmick, but still, might be kind of neat. Yeah, still can't reanimate him. Again, probably a phase 2 thing. Now we just go wreck some bacon. Health seems irrelevant when he just one-shots everybody. If only defend protected from teleportation. Dude, what do you have against her, for real? Her death counter is gonna be like 20 by the end of this. And I'm actually just gonna leave him where he is. Because I like having the option of him just throwing out 300 whenever. Neat, a little side note that he learned Holy Burst by this point. Might as well just do the cheap revive. He's just gonna chuck her in the drink anyway. I kind of appreciate having the ability to cast haste on Grim Eye over there. Just to kind of make his attack come faster, but it won't happen. He's just a prop. Yeah, throw Sustain in the water, you know you want to. Douchebag. Alright, I'd like to just leave him with a tiny bit of health. Ah, crap face, dude. Wait, how many times? I mean, that's just one, so more than that. Also, apparently his only thing of being invincible is just repeatedly killing Sistina over and over. So generally speaking, more douchey than all-powerful. Oh, you know what? I also just noticed something else. He has that thing for boosting with allies, right? Yeah, okay. Might as well renew. Do I think it'll do anything? No. I have a feeling he'll probably have more tricks up his sleeve for New Game Plus. It's actually a little weird how nonchalant this is for all this crazy music and everything. Kind of would have expected him to come in with like 8 dudes and have it be this whole big thing. But all he's doing is just picking one guy and just like, no, drown though. Drown in a fountain. He's basically glassing them over and over. For anyone that's never seen that movie, basically the whole shtick of Unbreakable, which, spoilers by the way, the whole shtick of Unbreakable was there was this dude that found out he had superpowers. Right? All well and good there. And, yeah, except he had one weakness, and it was water, and they're like, oh, you know, every superpower is a weakness, or whatever else. You know, they're just a normal guy otherwise, but just basically unkillable. And then they randomly drown in a tiny puddle in what was supposed to be their big, awesome moment in the sequel. Which people waited some 2 decades to come out. It was pretty dumb. Point being, he's basically doing that to everybody. All-powerful. Getting all these crazy abilities and everything, but apparently drowning in a tiny puddle. Whatever, screw it. We'll bring back Smelter. Kind of upset that this actually ends there. Smelter took an injury. Okay, actually, Smelter will be back. Sistina is permadead, though, due to shenanigans. I guess it caps out at 3, because she easily died 6 or 7 times. Alright, and that's going to be the actual last boss after this, huh? Rip. He's going to double cross him and just bring the ultimate bad guy around, isn't he? Like, he's already bleeding, just leave him. It's fine. Yeah. Shocker. Double cross. Nice. He's totally gonna die, isn't he? Dead in 3, 2... Yup. Honestly, some of the random arena fights were kind of tougher than these guys, so that's probably why they weren't able to beat it. Other than having a crapload of health and annoying counters, they're surprisingly tame. You know what? That's actually a pretty cool setup. I like that little turnaround there. Dude, they are pretty dang nefarious, I don't know. It's like, oh, the cute little things. Yeah, they've been murdering and pillaging and whatever else this whole dang time. dead, though. Alright, cool. So I guess that's actually not the end at all. And so it continues. So where to then? Is that the actual last fight? Right, is she dead? Yes. Unfortunately, our best support caster is gone. Dead by complete and utter shenanigans at the very... well, not at the very end. So another one joins the list. Leaving us with a hell of a lot of nearly injured people. Though, you know, I really like this system, though. Because it essentially just means that, yeah, somebody can get injured, well, over and over during a fight. Kind of has that nice little mix of potentially critting somebody into insta-death that you get from something like Wasteland, while still essentially preventing it unless you do something stupid. Or necessary. Alright, so let's see. I want some kind of ranged class for him. Or maybe I should just go full Beef Lord on him. Okay. Is there any longer range thing I can give her? Because her peddler stuff doesn't seem to be working too well. If I switch her over to Gunner, then she can do the whole knight, one-for-all Gunner situation. Ranger would be ideal, but yeah, she doesn't have the stuff for it. Well, good morning, kiddo. You have a good nap?
Good nap.
Good nap? Here's your train.
Where's that?
Where's that? I don't know. A new tournament. Okay.
Where's the car?
Where's the car? I don't know.
It's all gone.
Why is it all gone? Yeah, I have a feeling they meant to do more with the tournament thing.
There's a train now.
Yeah, it's a train. Let's see. Yeah, that's not worth it. No new caster style armor, but that's fine. It's a really minor decrease. What's that?
Dalmatian.
You want Dalmatians?
Yes.
You sure? Is this just a flat improvement in every way? Gremlin treads? Yeah, it's just a flat improvement to those. Let's see, barbed arrows. So that's just a ton of damage, basically. Also, decent increase to crit chance there. Yeah, it's probably worth more than range at this point. I think we'll leave her as she is, because status gun's pretty good. She definitely needs a better one, though. Yeah, shorter range is very good for what she's trying to do. Ooh, okay. Lorica musculata, sure. Gremlin treads for all those upgrades. Yeah, that's solid. If I just buy a crap load of them, I think. But I can't quite afford all of it. Yeah, he's gonna be fine with what he's got. Anything better here? Oh, what in the hell? Alright, hang on. Need to mute it for just a sec here. Alright, so I was really expecting that to be the end of it for today, but you know what? Or rather, the end of this run for today. But it turns out there's actually quite a decent bit more than I expected. Which is good. You know what? Honestly, I had the same experience with Dark Souls, where I was like, oh, you know, I had a good experience. This whole Sen's Fortress place is a really interesting place to end this game, and, you know, then everything went all over the place. So yeah, I think we'll just go through abilities here, see what's new to craft, and that'll kind of just be it for today. Because then I figure we can do arena and what I assume is finally the last boss on the next one. Then Also, I love how we have to actually go into a into a tournament here. Like, oh yeah, the world's ending. You have several gods on your side. Oh, we hear that there's a pretty opulent prize at the arena. Like, dude, world's ending. Maybe maybe just hand that crap over. No, you gotta fight for it. You gotta want it. See, if this thing also gave bleed, I'd probably go for it. Because it is, you know, it's a decent attack upgrade and whatever else, but you kind of need a shield to offset the defense minus. It's just the nice versatility of switching around something like that. But at the same time, this whole tooth sword thing with the bleed abilities and stuff like that, that's definitely helped a whole lot. Then again, you know what? See, all that's all well and good. He can keep his current abilities. One vertical, 3. Okay, so locked range. Yeah, I don't think there's really too much he'd gain out of switching for that. And yeah, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up there for today. So thank you guys for stopping by. And yeah, I think we'll finally attempt 3 now. I think we'll be wrapping it up tomorrow. And yeah, as far as later projects, looks like a whole bunch of new stuff's been happening off in the background during all this quarantine type stuff. So a whole bunch of new projects coming up as well. So see you guys then. Take care and have yourself a good one.